Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time. And I don't know about you, but sometimes when I'm talking to my experts, I get a I get a topic or an idea that just rattles around my head all night, and frankly, had trouble sleeping. And yesterday was one of those things, and it actually came from an interview we did with Thatch Nguyen. We did it live right here on the YouTube channel. It was almost an hour and 10 minutes. I will say that the language got colorful as Thatch got passionate. It is the first video in almost 8,500 videos I chose to flip the flag to 18 and older. So if you usually watch my videos with your kids around, be warned, this one you might want to watch with headphones. Thatch got pretty passionate in many areas and used a lot of colorful language that you won't hear on my channel very often. But at one point during the discussion, we talked about buying your kid a Tesla. So I want to ask you, my audience, what do you think about buying your kid, your 16, your 17-year-old, a Tesla? You know, at first blush, you kind of, at least I did, pull back. But I want to set this up and see what you believe. So again, let's remember that at least in this situation, Thatch could write a check, several checks, and buy a Tesla for his kids. So it's not about the money, right? Thatch and his wife have worked really hard, really long time to become financially free, to have money in the bank. It is obviously theirs to do what they want with. They have two boys. One is recently turned, I think just turned 17. And he wanted a Tesla. And, when he said that, I kind of stepped back and remembered Teresa, my daughter, who is now much older, and remember her turning 16 and then 17 and thinking about, okay, let's go get her a car. Now, of course, it wasn't going to be a Tesla because I don't even think they were around yet. But we didn't hesitate to think about, okay, let's get her a car, let's get her a safe car, let's make sure she's okay. And listening to Thatch as he runs through what he did, I think I made a mistake. I think I set up a situation where we didn't have her work for anything. So again, I want to set up what Thatch did and then ask you, what do you think? So again, Thatch comes out. He says, Thatch's kid comes out and says, I want a Tesla. Tesla is about 50 grand, I guess. I have no idea. Thatch says, no, you're going to learn to drive on the family Honda for at least a year. He does that. And then Thatch comes up with the idea that basically says, you know what? You want one. You've got to earn 50% of everything. So you've got to earn 50% of the down payment. You've got to earn 50% of insurance. You've got to earn 50% of the monthly payment. So Thatch obviously is someone who is an entrepreneur, someone who has been building real estate portfolios for a long time. He owns some apartment buildings. And one of the things his children, both of his sons, did was they saved up and bought some coin-operated laundry machines. And what his oldest son did is he saved those quarters, which turned into dollars and turned into thousands, as the seed money that became his Tesla. And the more and more I heard Thatch talk about that, the more and more I realized that that was the right idea. Not only that, but Thatch not only put a monetary kind of, you earn half, we'll cover the other half, but he also had other stipulations. I think from memory, Thatch said his son had to maintain a 3.85 GPA. I think his son had to be a starter on the baseball team, right? He had well-rounded expectations, right? Basically, what I hear kind of internalized as a dad, as a father, with what Thatch did is like, hey, son, you are to become the best version of you. You know, you want this thing, and you know, this is what I expect from you. Do your job, right? Which is get good grades. Expand your horizons, right? Don't be lazy. Work, strive to start on your high school baseball team. And oh, by the way, I'm not doing this all for you. You've got to match me. I think what Thatch did teaches, you've got to work for it. You've got to save. You have to have a plan. You've got to be well-rounded. I think what Olivia and I did decades ago for ours was, frankly, not the best idea. I just don't think it was the best idea. So I wanted to ask you, what do you think? Assuming you had the financial means and it wouldn't stress you out in any way, your only daughter, your son's comes to you, it says, hey, mom, dad, I want a Tesla, or any car for that matter. What do? Do you run out and get them the car because you've worked so hard and you want them to have things, you want them to be protected? I remember thinking when we were getting the car decades ago, we want to get the safest car possible, right? Which would have been a new car. But perhaps there was a better way to do it. So I've been thinking about this for, I don't know, what has it been, 12 hours, 18 hours? I think what Thatch is doing, and again, Thatch's video is awesome. Again, I wouldn't watch it with kids around. There's a fair amount of colorful language in there. But what he's doing to raise his boys, he's teaching some grit, some hustle. He's teaching the big word why, right? How many of us have a why that we fold, right? We want a rental home, but then we realize it takes months, weeks. We've got to write 100 offers. We just got to keep going. How many of us don't want to do the work? How many of us don't want to study, get good grades, also become a varsity athlete, and, oh, by the way, save money on the side? That's a complete human being, right, as a teenager. Versus, hey, mom and dad, I got my license, give me a car. Yeah, I think there's a better way. So again, I thought this was an interesting topic. Again, it's too late for me. I'm past that decision, but I would love to hear from you. What would you do? Again, let's remove the monetary problem because Thatch clearly could write several checks, no problem. Would you do it? How would you do it? What would you do different? And let's not forget he has two, so whatever he does for kid one has to be done for kid two. I think that's reasonable to assume. Let me know in the comments below. Again, I had to get this off my chest. I have been thinking about this for almost 18 hours about maybe what we did wrong and what Thatch is doing right. So okay, I feel better. So thank you for listening. We will do the daily financial news in about 5 minutes or so. Stay tuned for that because at the end of that video, I will be doing a rant about a hater that I actually agree with. A hater reached out the other day in comments, said some things that purposely were trying to, say mean things about me. And I agree with everything they said. So look forward to that. That will be at the end of my daily financial news. So if you just want the daily financial news, we'll do that first. And then I will rant at the very end. So have a wonderful day. It is Friday, September 9th. You're amazing. Like, subscribe, comment, become part of the One Rental at a Time family. And we'll just keep trying to be better every day. Take care. Bye.